entire debacle. Many of these Secret Service agents have been in, no doubt, protecting these people inside of this system.
Once again, next summer sets us free.
But grasping the fact that people were involved in human sacrifice ceremonies and stuff back in the ancient world, okay, get my head around that. The fact even that some really kind of imbalanced people could be doing it today, yeah, get my head around that. What really hit me was the scale at which this goes on, and some of the most famous people on this planet are involved in it. And Satanism, just a word for human sacrifice and other deeply dark rituals, child abuse, like the stuff that comes to light in children's homes, which is the tip of a massive iceberg, and mind control, where they create mind-controlled zombies to carry out things like assassinations, to hide the fact that it's really behind them, are all fundamentally connected. These guys are into some very dark stuff. And when you realize, I'll say this, what they're into, it is no longer a problem understanding how these guys can send the troops in to slaughter thousands of people and have no emotional empathy with the suffering whatsoever, so much so, okay, that's done, now who next? Because what they're doing all the time, they do not have ability to empathize with the people who they are their victims. Now this is a place, a notorious place in America for those that have investigated this elite connection to satanic rituals and what have you, called Bohemian Grove. It's 75 miles north of San Francisco, and it's in 2,700 acres of redwood forest. Go down there, eventually you get to it. And every year in July, the elite of America, we're talking the Kissingers and the Rockefellers and the Bushes, And all these people that control the media and the banking and the transnational corporations, they arrive at Bohemian Grove for a summer camp to let the cares of the world drop from their shoulders. Talking to people as I have, and some people have written books about their experiences, but of course they don't get out there in the mainstream at all. What goes on at Bohemian Grove among this elite is utterly, utterly staggering, but not staggering to me any longer. Here is a picture taken at Bohemian Grove in 1957. This is a guy called Glenn Seaborg, who gave the world plutonium. Nice man, bro. Very helpful. Now, Bohemian Grove, 1950. B-movie actor at the time, getting on and on his horse. And the other one is 3 years from taking on Kennedy in the 1960 election. Both members of Bohemian Grove, this elite club, both go on, despite their very different backgrounds, to become President of the United States. Why? Because presidents aren't elected, they are selected. Now this was a picture taken on a long lens by a journalist who got into Bohemian Grove some years ago. It's much clearer on the original. Going through the computer, it kind of clouds it a bit, to say the least. But this is a 40-foot stone frickin' owl. And over here are all the Bohemian Grovers observing this opening ritual. Now the real deal, as the people I've talked to over the years have told me, goes on in smaller groups of elite in the forest during the rest of the week. But this is the opening ritual. It's called the cremation of care, where they say they're burning their cares away and all that stuff. And over here are all these people in bloody robes carrying out this Babylonian-type ceremony. Now, the 40-foot stone owl, these are the people who are running our freaking world. These are the people coming on CNN and what have you, and BBC and ITN telling us what should happen and what's going to happen. About 2 years ago, there's a talk show host in America called Alex Jones. And what he did, and he got in there with a camera in a bag during this opening ritual. And, of course it's in a bag, the whole film itself is moving around a bit, although it's very good. But the sound is absolutely impeccable. And this is just one clip from it. And what you see, and if you go into a website called Infowars.com, you get a copy of the whole tape. And what you see on it is, first of all, you have all these people in the robes over here. Here's the bloody owl here. And over here, all these people. Bush came to this week at Bohemian Grove, President Bush.